And we are now live. Hello, and welcome to the Root Winter Tournament 2023. Round 2, Losers Bracket, Game 14. My name is Guerric. This is Lily.
Hello.
Our players today are Esoteric.
Hello, Guerric at Alia.
JrBacon.
Hey.
JC.
Salutations.
And Nico.
Hi, they're ganging up on me. Help.
Thank you so much, everybody. You know where to find me if you need me, so good luck and have fun. I'll let you get started.
And I want to confirm, they are in fact ganging up on Nico already.
Yeah, this is...
Hell yeah.
JrBacon is the father of the tournament, right? Father of somebody, yeah.
Heck yeah, sorry.
So, I'm thinking 4-seat cats.
But yes, JrBacon is Rackety Tampa's dad, if that was the question.
Yes. And also worth mentioning is Nico won last year's winter tournament, which is why
Indeed.
Never played Dachi.
which is why the table is going to gang up on him.
Kind of forget how to play it.
And he won with Vagabond,
Yes.
worth mentioning.
I feel this is what I need to do for the table. It's not what I want.
I don't really think there's any good decisions here.
No, there's really not.
This is actual trash.
Like, this is...
I apologize to these players
This
for
is-
Derek.
This is absolutely wild.
What?
The best player at the table grabs the best fact.
What?
I am not.
What?
Yeah, that-
I,
I'd be
wow.
there.
I didn't even.
Well, we have a slight snafu there, Nico. That's not your seat. So let's fix this.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
You can just move me over if you want. Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move you over. JrBacon, are your cards now face down?
Yes.
All right, let me take them out.
See, now that's a tactical move.
Yeah.
He wanted to ensure that he
Oopsie.
wasn't playing
Did
face
he see my
upside down.
Nico? Did you see my cards?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh.
All right, hold on, not yet.
Oh,
Well,
This is what...
oh my god.
No, those are Nico's cards. It's fine, but everybody chill out for a second while I do what I'm doing.
so table. That tells you I haven't been playing in a long time.
Nico, you are now in the red seat. JrBacon, you are now in the blue seat. Your cards are next to your current seat, not your previous seat. And you have now made the table direction very funky because it used to be nice and counterclockwise. So, God help us all.
You need to change turn order in the top right of the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to change the turn order.
Swap blue and
Oh,
red.
those are gonna fall into space.
Uh-oh. Goodbye card.
Yeah, if you hit a num key, you can pull them up. Like
Okay, I'm gonna
like-
set up in the meantime.
Yeah.
Choose a.
Well, that was a move.
It was something.
Mm,
Hey, chat. How we doing?
We're confused. That's what we're doing.
I don't know.
Nico just told someone else they were wolves.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't even know how that happened. It's not like a case where the table was reorganized or I moved Nico or anything like that. Like,
I just want to be in this corner, man.
well, Nico sat in that seat themselves and stayed there until this moment. So yeah. Anyway, where are we setting up moles? I gotta fix my camera angles now.
One and 4, guys.
Okay. Well, 2 isn't looking too bad.
So our cats' homelands, yeah, they can be adjacent to my homeland.
Hey, CJ. Yeah, it is nice to have the new expansion and with ad set, which is awesome.
I mean, who doesn't want a crow in a barrel?
You were saying 2 looks nice.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes, I am.
It's a 2-slot rabbit clearing, and
With
it's
only 2 adjacent.
with only 2 adjacent, and one of them is also a 2-slot rabbit clearing.
Yeah. Just take over rabbits. If you're looking for rabbits, that's where you're getting them, because rabbits are down a clearing on this map.
You could always go for the slightly memey play of setting up in 7 and putting all 5 of your warriors in 12.
Haven't seen that much.
It's not.
This one's interesting because we get a double fox and a double bunny,
Yeah.
which I do like.
And it gives us a good spread of clearing
One of
suits.
each.
Yeah. Yeah, CJ. Yeah, if you authenticate the DLC purchase with your Direwolf account, then all you have to do is purchase the base game across platforms.
Get up to see all the different shortcuts.
What do you mean?
So we need one more mole in 2 or... Is it 5 moles?
Yeah, it's 5. We should have one additional mole in either 3 or 2.
And one additional in 6 as well?
And one additional one in 6. Because it's 5 in the adjacent clearings and then 2 in the tunnel clearing.
Options game keys, maybe? Oh, no, that's not really me.
Not convinced about this. Ugh.
Master Decoy saying, if I know JC, they're picking cats here. That sounds right. I think I remember JC playing cats before in the tournament.
And then do we end up with the double vagabond team?
I mean, we're ending up with 1 vagabond minimum.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The question is whether we have 2.
We have yet to see 2 vagabonds in one game in round 2.
That's it.
You correct me if I'm wrong.
Tim Senior.
Oh yeah, one more.
Yeah.
It is Rackety Tam Senior.
Oh man.
And Esoteric actually faced Rackety Tam.
We also have one more in the tunnel, right?
In round
Yeah,
1.
2 warriors with a tunnel and then 5 spread
5
evenly.
spread out.
Esoteric very much hoping to play Junior Senior next round.
Yeah. Esoteric was joking in the pregame that since they had played Rackety Tam in round 1 and now JrBacon in round 2, they need to fight Senior Bacon in round 3.
You can't go there.
Although I do feel bad for just normal bacon.
Yeah.
Completely skipped over.
I don't have the
Clearly the shape of the family.
things on there. That's why I can.
Oh, you don't see the tunnels?
Yeah, the passive cures obstructions are not loaded for me.
Oh.
Yeah, we can do like a rejoin afterwards, I
Yeah.
guess.
Sounds good.
If you
Or
have
maybe-
questions
maybe
about where they
copy
should
it.
be, they're going to be slightly orange on the
Yeah.
path.
Yep.
You done setting up?
Yep.
Dan's, I believe it is, yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. Done.
Hey, look, JC picked cats.
Done.
Just like Chat was saying.
Done.
Might be because they like
Actually-
cats.
What I really want to know is, has anyone won a game putting their keep on the lost city? I think that's like the biggest trap en route, and yet we must always do it for some reason.
There are definitely bigger traps en route. But this
Yes. Well, I don't know actually. I think yes though. I think it was a dominance win.
that's definitely what JC was referring to.
I know. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, keep there.
Are we missing a cat in 12?
Fight. And then we do.
Yes.
That one's going to be Meow Man.
Hmm?
I believe this clearing is missing a Meow Meow.
Oh, thank you. Downside of everything being orange.
Someone check game 20 of round 1.
That's like
Let me know where the keep was.
because we do what workshop here, and then
I should start writing where the keep is in these things so I just know from my notes.
actually for the recruiter right there.
That's
Get wild. Get
interesting. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't hate this. And then we'll go ahead and
So cats are actually a pretty safe pick here because you know there's going to be a vagabond. And
Yeah.
that's actually really fun.
I really like the
I love having 12 be there because it's just very annoying for moles to be
Yes.
right on your doorstep.
This feels like a strong
to everybody.
anti-moles play. And notably, cats win more often in double vagabond games.
I'm sorry, is this the homeland for the duchy?
It is, but it doesn't
Oh,
count.
it's not adjacent, yeah,
Yes.
because the
Yep.
cats are there, sorry.
This
One of
is-
these days I'm going to remember
All
the
right.
This is the unmitted
We've
ingredient.
had
Like,
this is
how
the
you-
4th game with
Yeah.
on mountain with cats. 2 of those 4 games, cats won,
Here.
but I have no idea where their keep was.
I don't know.
So that's the information I can give.
3
One of those games was yesterday.
Vagabond, And if you funnel me the ammunition to keep an engine going, I will join you in burying moles, figuratively and literally.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so there's my aggressive setup.
I like
Grab
it.
some vagabonds, feed me, and let's crush moles together.
At what point are you going to turn on me if I'm a vagabond, though?
As soon as your relationship tracker hits 2. So 4 cards in. Yeah, you'll get 4 cards in, which is sufficient.
Unless I just feed you one at a time in the second level, not earning that point, still
You
feeding.
could do that.
All right, I just want to see if you had a nuanced view of that.
Tom Brown, maybe. Lily keeps trying to get me to.
All right.
If he doesn't, I will on McCraft Game Twitch channel, which is not as cool as the GSG Twitch channel, but I'll still plug it.
It's
Me.
gonna go. Yes.
It's a lot less active, to say the
Alright,
least.
I like that, JC. I will go for the vagabond, and I will be. I know I'm gonna put my target on my back, but I will be the tinkerer.
What was the other option?
Thief.
Thief.
As everyone gasps.
I'm curious, unless you have T in hand, I think Thief is a better chit. Is better.
I agree.
Esoteric, but either way works. I mean, my name's actually Eric. It's all a pun on the name anyway.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I didn't know how you went. Do you go by both?
Yeah.
Okay, so Esoteric, I can offer you a similar deal that JC offer Bacon.
Ooh, are we doing a double coalition game?
Times, and I can help you crush the cats.
I mean, I'm not really looking to aid anybody all that much if I'm going vagabond.
I was gonna say if you ever aid the moles as a vagabond other than on your last turn, I think especially in a game that will be forever immortalized on a VOD, don't do that.
Yeah, don't aid the moles.
Put puppies out.
Don't aid the moles when moles are
Feature, but yeah.
when moles lack a strong policing faction to work against them. Don't aid moles when they're the winner of last year's winter tournament.
That are right along here, so it's these 4 clearings.
All righty. I think that does me.
Don't aid the moles. There are children watching.
Enjoy double BB game.
Yes! Yes!
Thief was the one left over.
Moles are once again asking for your support. Pooj, yes, that's true. That sounds right. But we all aspire to be Walrusloth. Dan, I think it was Dan was asking about the recruiter placement. I like it. I don't know that it's good, but it's really interesting.
I like how aggressive it is towards the moles
Right.
off the bat.
In theory, we should have known the quest deck before you chose your thief, but it seemed like you were committed to without even knowing the quest deck.
I love it's got identical fend off a bear.
That is the ugliest possible quest flop.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. Actually, it could be worse. Give a speech could be a fox
I guess
quest.
technically the thief can do them, but
There we go.
In theory, it rule locks and blocks an easy second mouse for now. Yeah, I think that's.
Which one is the thief? Now that I think about
I mean,
it.
you could pick the Ronin one. I think they're very similar.
Sure.
Oh, we can't make
Like
them bigger
King
because we're not promoted.
I'm all for standing out nicely.
It's quick.
Okay, yeah. I'll be the white token and the black sword piece. Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Quite convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is going to be confusing, but
Yep. Fortunately, I'm just going to use the
right.
checkboxing mode.
thief, tinker. Is there anything else we have? Anything else we have to? Oh, we have to drop down. Yeah.
Sofnum, this matchup I think should favor the moles, which is why I like this setup for cats.
The rules will populate in a moment.
Yeah.
Because
Running on top of them.
Yeah, we just want to make sure.
You'll need to make a.
yeah, I know. Because this will allow policing of moles by cats without having to move or really do anything special for it. We can just recruit and then battle. Or just battle and take our chances.
Hey.
So Eric, your kettle can you put over as well.
What's that?
Your kettle.
Kettle.
My,
Your-
I'm sorry,
Oh,
my kettle?
your teapot. Or
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that
I
makes
guess
sense.
I've never thought of it as a kettle, but yeah.
It is, in fact, a kettle that holds delicious tea.
Or coffee, depending upon your region.
Well, it says tea, so I don't know what region calls coffee tea.
Okay.
JrBacon still has not discarded down cards.
Yeah,
I
that's
got down to 3 cards. So
why I'm still waiting.
Yeah, waiting on bacon to drop.
And then should I wait until we hit the start game button before reverting to jumping out and in to see if that fixes the path thing for me?
Yeah, we should all be good before we do that.
I think, have people been leaving and rejoining recently?
Does it call it an America
He
coffee?
can't see the assets right now. The deck will reshuffle automatically when we.
Oh.
Or pick it up and shake it.
Well, you don't want me to shake it around?
All right, I think we're good.
How do we get rid of this map, this board in the middle?
It's gonna clear out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. If you're done, Eric, hit it.
Sounds good. Let's here, and that has not replenished paths. I will.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, real quick, I need to make hidden zones for you too, so why don't you leave and rejoin while I do that?
Okay.
Secret vagabond information.
Why are the hidden zones for Vagabond games?
Because they're gonna get to look at both ruins.
Oh, yeah.
In real life, you just make the other vagabond cover their eyes, and then everyone sees it at the table.
Yeah.
And then you make jokes about, oh, that was the hammer. I'm a little bit sad because I have this thing that I've been wanting to do for like a year now, where I want to find the hammer and then not pick it up in a double vagabond game, so that the other person literally searches every other set of ruins before they get to the one I found.
Yeah.
But today was not that day.
I mean, I had this dream of getting a vagabond dominance victory in the.
Knock the speaker off the desk.
Today will be that day because I can break math.
Thankfully, it's a very cheap speaker.
It's mine, too.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the paths?
Yep.
Cool.
Everything makes so much more sense.
Gonna stop fiddling with your vagabond tokens. I'm so used to just like as a habit making them larger.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I can make them larger upon request.
Vagabonds, feel free to
Right.
request
Yeah,
size
that's all
upgrades.
I'm off of that.
That's fine with me.
Oh, here they come.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Do you want more? Is that good? What do you want? Tell me more.
looks perfect. Actually, one bigger. Thank you.
The viewers at home now know this odd couple.
Yeah.
They do look like a very odd couple, but it's very cute.
Alright.
I am going to go ahead and
All right.
this way.
Do I need to help Junior Bacon into a seat?
My torch to search, and I'm going to add the point now before I forget.
Yep.
All right.
And bring
We gaming.
these over here to do some looking.
Oh, we're looking at stuff.
Looking. You can look, but you can't touch.
You got there.
All kinds of great stuff.
2 bags?
Almost.
Safnum, yeah, definitely.
Almost 2 bags. So 1
Yeah.
bag.
3 bags. Like I said, I break math all over the place. I'm just so bad at math. Okay. We'll put that back. And then this is just an oddly shaped bag. Don't worry about it.
There it is.
It's a good oddly shaped bag.
That is. That is.
Age
And
of
then-
friend cats.
Look at this bag. It can
What?
hold so many things in it.
What if both of them were
And then
hammers?
I will go ahead and
Possible.
skedaddle on up this way. And then
Craft?
use that oddly shaped bag to craft a bag for a point
Would have liked a tea,
Uh-huh.
but I accept.
and a bag.
We're thieves, so we do have a tea at least, actually. So this actually makes...
It's more denial for the other vagabond than it is for ourselves.
You know, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
When 2 vagabonds, that's one way to shut down the other one, is by making yourself better and making them worse.
True.
Okay.
So if we had to rate this matchup from 0 to 10 on the cursed scale, how cursed is this game?
All right.
Don't forget to draw a card for evening.
Ah, thank you. Man, one of these days I'll remember that.
I'm not going to. I need to refresh. So.
That seems a little high,
Ten in
chat.
binary.
You know what? I'm just gonna go down here.
Like 0 to 10 feels too granular. Like let's take it down to 0 to 5. I feel like it's like a
Oh, I thought you wanted like a third dimension and like go like.
no. I don't
Going
think we need that much granularity. It's like a 3, maybe.
So a 5 on the 0 to 10 scale.
Now, how do we do this again?
You take both of them.
I'll
into
bring
the
these over to
zone.
your zone.
Okay.
And then you get to look at both of those, and no one can see what's inside this zone.
Okay.
And then when you decide which one you don't want to keep, you just put it back while still
Oh, you're right. That is a 6.
rolling.
Couldn't you just out-shift?
Right. You like the actually, that's actually true. I like the 1 out of 5 scale or the 0 to 5, the 1 out of 5 scale because there's not like a
It
center.
actually, in
Yeah.
public games,
You have to pick.
they're actually.
I guess 3 is
objects,
kind
so
of
you
the
can just
center.
look at the
Meh.
object ID and know what they are.
What do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
I'm not the one who discovered that.
Oh my god.
Got a boot or a hammer.
Hammer.
My goodness.
That's not what I.
Hammer everywhere.
Yeah.
And I get a point for that. And then I am going to.
I'll be honest, Elavaris. Half the reason I thought for so long is because I was trying to find a meme answer.
Craft this.
What is this? You moved away from the card.
It's a coins.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I gotta take it here.
So an interesting thing about Double Vagabond is
Should I say it?
Yeah.
Hit him?
Let's say it.
Yeah, we have a
a tinker problem.
Tinkerbell.
A funny thing about Double Vagabond is we can explore the ruins, but we don't necessarily have to clear out the ruins.
Other vagabonds?
That's true, actually. That's a bit of a negative for the cats, is exploring doesn't clear it.
Right, we were talking during the draft about how cats
100% sure you can.
can be happy that Vagabond is guaranteed the game.
You should almost never do that, but
I think in the app you can, though.
What was the
yeah,
question?
no. I'm just like I'm 90% sure you can. Guerric, you can aid other vagabonds, right?
Yes, you can aid other Vagabonds. You cannot take items from doing so, and you have no relationship tracker, and therefore cannot increase relationship levels for doing so.
Yeah.
So you just exhaust an item to give him something.
He's not in the same
Yeah.
clearing as you, though.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to. I just was curious if he could give me something.
Oh, he would. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh.
I just was curious. I had no real reason.
It's definitely a question that comes up often in Second Vagabond.
I don't think it comes up that often, but it does come up.
Well, we don't play Second Vagabond often, so that's why it doesn't come up often.
Who was asking? Dan was asking, in these open games, how far would you build outward as cats? You kind of... So that's part of the cool thing about what JC's doing, is by setting up right up against moles, JC can now backfill the rest of the map. Like as far as the eye can reach, that's JC's territory.
However,
Okay. Uh-huh.
with moles, you do have to be concerned about them popping up behind you.
You do, yeah. You still probably want to...
Painful build, overwork build.
You probably want to fortify your choke points a little bit, which is what we're seeing right
We're
here.
going to do this out of order because it's a little bit awkward. So there's the build for the point.
And that's true. Nobody opened a path in the first 2 turns.
Recruit with our next action.
Spice.
There. So it's 2 actions. Build, recruit. We will battle the moles. Would you like to play an ambush?
We are battling moles first turn.
I
Love it.
like to play.
I hope this is a 2 or better. Come on, baby. Yeah!
Hey!
What a roll!
Oh,
Oh.
nope, not that.
And now we're cursed. Now the game just went up a full level of cursed.
Your game.
A full level of
You're
cursed.
entering your game to hinder mine.
A little bit.
Look at that askew path.
Build, recruit, battle.
Cursed.
Big Chimp and JC was actually saying they don't believe that there are many games that people win with the keep in Lost City, and that it was in fact a trap.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure how I feel about that statement.
I feel like we need to compress it to a 0 to 5 scale. Honestly, I couldn't say for sure that it is or is not a trap. I think it has some obvious strategic benefits, but it also undeniably draws some heat.
Spend a bird card to very sad to overwork.
Mhm.
Spend another bird card to build.
It does.
Overwork. That should be over.
Yep.
There. That gets spent. We drop the.
3 bird cards right off the bat.
Get another.
I love it. We just
Draw a card.
doubled our turn.
And then you hit the card you're looking for sometimes.
What do you get for the person who has everything?
5 actions first turn with an overwork. Hot damn.
Okay, so play the warrior and the burrow. Do you guys want me to move the burrow closer to you? Maybe here.
No, stay far away, Moles.
Okay.
Far away.
One guy there, then I'm
Is double build on first turn so important that you'd overwork with a bird card?
once.
Fairly often, yeah.
I mean, it's about momentum because now we'll get that second wood free next time instead of having to push it
And then
to
I
overwork
know
next time to
more
get 2 wood
actions
next
I
time.
need to
Right.
So it's like a cascading effect.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and.
it's
sway
definitely
to get
doable
here.
here with so few
Move these
people
guys
to
the
actually
right.
punish you
I'm gonna
for it.
put, crown on top of.
It is round 1.
I will score. How many points were it? 2.
What did we say?
Bridget.
Oh yes. 1, 2.
Woo!
Yeah, instant noisemaker. The second sawmill is essential. The second build is more negotiable, but in this case, we specifically did we wanted to recruit to make the battle in 2 safe, which is why what JC was saying about the sequencing was a little wonky. We prioritized the recruiting station specifically because we wanted to recruit in 2, which meant we wanted to get the value out of this one, which meant that we then had to warp our turn around it and then do the sawmill build we were supposed to do. We probably were going to potentially change our plans if the battle here went differently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got the best card in the game there in the Rabadom, so I mean, that's
Oh yeah, if you have 3 bird cards, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, well, thinking about discarding them, and then I forgot.
I really love the turn 1 offensive cast went on though.
Yeah.
Not crafting because
I think that was really good just because
and that's it.
you're now making Mole sacrifice a recruit for an action. And anytime you make your opponent sacrifice something, you're kind of winning in that.
Apparently I'm
Yeah.
not.
Unless they're sacrificing a loss.
That's why you gotta.
Best defense is a good offense.
What?
Always.
Because once you have.
Which is not something we often see as cats.
The hour passes.
All right, top of round 2.
refresh 3.
You refresh 5. I thought about pointing.
You're right,
I should have said something like you could have aided with these 2.
I
and
could
then
have,
still
yeah.
gotten them all back.
Yeah.
But it seemed like you didn't want to.
Not so much. I will do some immediate exploring, and I'm gonna first get.
Drinking water is dangerous.
It is. Be careful when you drink water. So I like the thief's positioning here because it actually makes the tinker have to move 2 to get to.
You're doing a good job. I wanted to make a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're being on topic. I wanted to point out that 100% of people die who have drinking H2O.
Not so much.
True. It's very dangerous.
100% of people who drink H2O die. Just think about that.
It's terrifying. Man, it's H2O.
Anyway, yeah, you were saying an interesting thing about the vagabond positions. We pulled a sword, by the way.
I love we pulled a sword.
I'm gonna go ahead and move.
Did you know, Insolent Noisemaker, that there is a significantly higher chance of being attacked by a bear on Earth than there is anywhere else in the solar system?
Let me make sure to do the order right here.
It's terrifying.
I'm gonna battle the cat.
Okay, so I love that the thief
Ooh,
explored.
wait, we're battling the cats.
Want to do that?
Yes,
It does.
that's why I said it.
You are welcome to, but if you knock one of my sawmills out early, the person who's slowing down the moles is gone.
Yeah.
Because that's the rest of my action economy. Go ahead, no ambush.
Okay.
The other thing is I'm going to like field hospital that guy, and this card is a hammer that I'm going to hand to the Tinker. Damn, do I do that? No.
This is wild.
I'm going to continue. Get your point.
Sounds good.
Wow.
How many points you get? 2, right?
This does feel a little bit early.
2 points.
You got 2 points, correct?
Yes.
And I mean we spent 3 bird cards for that.
We did.
Okay. And
Oh, Humberto, chill out.
unfortunately, I'm going to have
Chill out.
past this point.
But what I was originally saying was I like that the thief explored in the Lost City because now the Tinker has to move 2 to get to the next double ruin, which maybe we don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
To spend our boots for that. That's what I was saying before we all laughed too much.
This
My
is
stomach hurts.
this is a really wild move. I'm really curious the reasoning on Esoteric's part.
Yeah. I mean, you have said before that cats often win a game with double vagabond.
Yeah?
So maybe we're just kind of trying to hedge that off.
Yeah, it's just you really have to toe the line between
Esoteric, right?
letting moles
Only one left.
be unimpeded and policing cats in a double vagabond game.
Yeah.
Humberto, you may personally disagree, but Esoteric has played in the tournament before, has established himself as a player.
A bag. You aren't lying.
Yep.
I'm just saying be
Also-
respectful.
DJ Think, thank you.
3 point for that. And
Sorry.
I will.
No, yeah, DJ Think, thank you for the 100 bits.
She didn't want it to go unnoticed.
I will craft this card.
All right, the
We also
Tinker
have a
is
sword.
also now pointy.
Arming myself.
DJ Think, I can see you've been having a good time.
Quite a good time in Vegas right there.
I'll put that
There is a question though of did we actually want this sword? I mean,
Well, we crafted it, so yes.
yeah, true.
We did not. This is
So-
not a ruin item. This is a craft.
Let me rephrase. Not
Cats-
did JrBacon want this sword, but did we, as an abstract observer,
Construct?
analyzing this position,
If you're waiting
did
for
we
mana
think
for an aid,
we wanted this sword?
probably never going to
Well,
happen.
we've already had 2 battles
craft me anything.
within the first 2
I don't think
turns,
moles
so
are
yes.
ever going to craft anything in this game.
I just mean it shuts down a potential aid strategy,
It does.
which we have a coins.
Um,
We got to turn 1 coins, right?
Yes,
that
we did.
All right, I'm gonna get.
That's a
Crafted
big
coins
part of
turn
what makes
1.
Vagrant a good aid strategy, is it has the turn 1 coins.
That's a good point.
We could have
That's it for me, I think.
tried to be an aid grant strategy.
We
as
still
Tinker.
can if we choose to aid with bags.
How is your,
Tink
how are
aid?
your cards, cats? Do you need?
Because if we aid with 2 bags, we throw away the sword.
True, true.
any card.
And yes, to clarify, no field hospital from JC.
You,
They said it was a bluff.
since I believe
I still think they have the hammer though,
maybe you'll run across something.
because the bluff ended with that was a bluff. I don't want to spend my hammer.
Yep.
Oop.
Fair Bray.
All right.
And you got to exhaust an item for the craft as well. If
Yeah, I
you
will. Yeah, I will.
Okie doke.
The craft.
Presumably the 8.
My boot. Yeah, I get 1 point for that.
Yeah, because honestly, if we were going to craft that sword and then just
Goodwill, cat.
aid a couple times with bags and drop it, meaning we effectively crafted it for 2 points and took it out of the circulation, I'm pretty happy with that. Taking a sword and opening up the potential risk of going hostile, though, I'm mixed feelings on that.
What are you mixing this on?
Lumber there.
Keeping the sword.
Yeah.
Because now we can be forced hostile, which can shut down aiding as a strategy.
Well, I don't think cats are going to be really focused on doing any battles right now, since we have a moment we have to rebuild.
But it doesn't need to be right now.
That's true. So we still have time to get rid of it.
We have time to get rid of it potentially. It's just, I think it's potentially a liability while it's sitting in our satchel. And it's currently sitting in our satchel.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. It's not exciting, but it's what you do. Go ahead and
I'm very curious to see how JC
first off
pivots. Pivots from this position.
I would have preferred to see that in 4.
Wow, that's a point.
Yeah, 12's a very interesting choice.
Or are we worried that the thief is going to come back after any cardboard that's only defended by 1 cat?
That's maybe the thought.
Do you think we'll see a recruit just to short that clearing 12?
I guess we'll just recruit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We
I'm afraid
will.
we're going hard into the defensive now because I mean with the hostile vagabond, yeah, you kind of have to.
No, yeah, it's not a criticism. It's just
it's just sad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see for Cat's part because we had a chance to have a really.
Go ahead and use a third action to
a really safe frontier to build in, and now it's not here.
Just like to ambush Nico.
There be bandits.
No, I'm not gonna ambush.
Interesting. Punching a mole in 6s isn't gonna get rid of the mole. Didn't get rid of the cat either.
Kills them all. And then I will.
That worked out surprisingly well.
Maybe we wanted to field hospital.
Possibly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're not getting rid of the sway.
Yeah,
So-
we didn't kill the one in 11.
It's just an interesting approach because I'm not exactly sure what we were hoping to accomplish from that. But I'm curious. There, Bray, I definitely get that.
Put a warrior, so I'll do that in a burrow.
I read that multiple times, but didn't actually process it until just now.
Definitely that.
I love watching Double Vagabond games, but dear God, I do not want to be in one.
I'll bring you home, Cat, but first you need to get hurt. Exactly.
All right, I figured out a way for you to get out of this war. You're gonna lose an arm though. A cat is gonna get the purple heart right there.
We're thinking a lot. We're in position to just do a pretty basic recruit sway turn.
We are in a good position to be basic, yes.
We got our Ugg boots on and our Han Solo jacket.
Hell yeah!
Is that still the definition of basic, or
I
is
have
that
no idea.
is that 2012 coming out of me?
That's probably a little bit of 2012 coming out of you.
And I think I will recruit another time.
You pick moles, you
I
basic.
will then.
You in full RuPaul. Oh wait, I do like the pumpkin spice moles.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I feel like they're the right colors for pumpkin spice.
Especially their board.
Yeah.
They give off very strong pumpkin spice vibes.
I'll send 2 guys.
When will we get the Photoshop we need of every minister holding a pumpkin spice latte?
Can I ignore the second action?
Yeah, you can. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Humberto, you absolutely snap pick moles here. Like, no one's saying that we made the wrong choice. We're just saying that
It's okay.
As someone who
you made the boring choice.
I'll just go ahead.
as someone who sits next to someone who always picks moles, I know half the time he picks moles, he's not happy about picking them, but he knows it's the right thing to do.
Right.
It's okay. The heals.
It's not my fault I played 6 games in a row where I had all suited cards and was 4th seat with moles in the draft.
To
That's not me.
remove a taunt
That's the universe's fault.
for a point.
It is his fault that he's basic.
And I will then reveal
This is really interesting, actually. Opening a path
Yes.
costs us a card,
to
which is painful for moles.
way
We still have the sway though.
Yeah.
major.
Man, the universe really wanted moles to have loam.
That's another 2 points. And yeah, then I'll get back to the cards.
Yeah, Danzy, I feel like you normally only open tunnels at 5 cards because you're gonna lose them anyway. If like you have nothing else to do with them.
I
But
mean,
the
it's-
flexibility is just nice to keep.
It's not that I would only do it then, but it's just,
And
yeah, you're having 1 fewer card going into the next turn is potentially shutting off an option if you lose a tunnel or something. But we also put warriors in there to protect it, which again is interesting. And again, actually maybe works in this case because who's going to punish you?
Ambush?
We are going full E-cats.
We're doing it in clearing 1, which is not an important clearing. We also
failed.
failed.
I will battle a second time.
No ambush.
Okay.
This is interesting that we're going basically hostile right off the gate and just like eating the cat's backline.
Lots of basic going on today.
Sorry.
Failed hospital.
Wait, what? I didn't say basic.
We're going basically hostile.
Oh.
Move back here.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
Oh, no. There's,
You're not
again,
there.
it's all orange to me. It's like a
Yeah.
sea of orange.
That's fair. And then I will explore. I took the point for that.
It was the first closed path, which the only person at this, well, Vagabonds didn't do it, which is a little weird. Cats also didn't do it, but that's because they spent 3 bird cards turn 1.
Yep.
Come over here.
That's boot!
There we go.
I will say
Okay, and I will discard this card to remove this path for a point. And then this time I'll remember to draw. That'll be good. Let me just make sure.
I just have White Women by Bo Burnham stuck in my head now. All the talk about like pumpkin spice lattes and stuff.
I am going
now I have it stuck in my head and I hate you for it.
You're welcome.
3 items. And then I'm going to read.
I know I've heard Wooden Alliance struggles on Mountain. Is there a world where Wooden Alliance might have been wisest pick compared to Vagabond? Yeah, if Wooden Alliance was in the draft.
And I may go, how do I pull a card out of the discard?
Right click search. And then just grab the card you want. And pull
So,
that
if I was Cats here, and I know that JrBacon is on my side a bit more than the one killing me.
Yeah.
Do we know that?
We aided, and
that-
when we
Yeah,
picked-
but
So yeah, you want
but we're grabbing a sword
Yeah, I want the other sword.
and crafting the sword.
And then I'll pull it back.
This doesn't feel good for Cats right now.
No, it does not.
Immediately, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
No, it does not. I thought we were gonna grab the coins, if I'm
What are
being
you doing
perfectly
with that
honest.
What?
What are you doing with that sword?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just holding it, swinging it in a clearing, seeing how it feels.
Limited access to swords, so while I have them, I'm going to arm up because there are 2 military factions on the board, so
Okay, just
not going to hurt.
they're
These-
peaceful poor swords.
These aren't military factions.
No,
I wish no harm to anyone in the woodland.
I don't wish harm to anyone except for the 3 of you in this game right now. You're distracting me. Okay. Where am I at? Okay, I am going to. I think that's it. I don't think I can do anything else. I have nothing to. Cats, you didn't craft anything again, of course.
I mean, you can use a sword.
We could aid twice.
Yeah, you want to aid? Take a card off your hands.
Yeah, I think I'll.
But what I was gonna say is, if we think that
I was gonna say,
the
you juice me with a bird card.
Tinker
Go hit the other vagabond.
might be our friend, we could maybe see if we can get them to get the ruin items up.
Yeah, we could.
Let me
Don't
see.
fall into the trap. I think if you give him a card, then you probably need to be safe and attack.
I'm at 3 points as Cats, Nico. Like this is not this is not where I planned on being at this time. Yeah.
You know, well, you can see the challenge here is that I'm already at 4 exhausted.
Well, but you don't care about this bag necessarily, because even if you exhaust that bag and move it in here, your satchel won't be over limit, and you don't care about refreshing it on your next go around.
All right, I am going to, in goodwill, don't make me badmouth you on Discord. Me in the back too early.
Too early.
Oh, it's going to happen some point, but you know.
I really hope we're doing 2 aids.
All right,
Here.
it's a sign of good faith.
I don't think we are.
You know what? I don't really need anything from you right now. Let's just call it at some point in the next hour or two. I will call upon you for a favor.
Ooh.
Next hour or 5.
It's gonna be a tax. Just be careful.
Okay, yeah, we
What you're
didn't
agreeing to do with taxes.
aid a second
Yeah.
time,
All right.
which feels like a mistake.
Got
We could have gone up a
Yeah,
relationship
I'm not
level.
sure if we're not going to use the swords. Why not just aid with the swords?
We could have aided with the swords. I mean, JC's point of we could aid with the bag because we don't need it right now does make sense. Like, we're not over satchel limit.
Yeah.
We don't need to refresh it.
We
Like,
don't need to. I don't know. I guess if we don't need the bag next turn either, and we're only refreshing 3, we can keep that one exhausted without really thinking too much.
Vagabond.
I'm fine with exhausting the bag. I just wish we exhausted one of the swords for another aid.
Agreed. But we're exchanging promissory notes instead.
Really dumb, awkward things. So if I
What's the
build, second half of the move is there.
What's the cat's commander ability?
You do
What alliance?
Um,
What benefit are we getting from the alliance promissory note?
fair. That sounds okay. Cool. We'll go ahead and do that. All right. So
It's clearly
and
gaining a free
how
resource.
many guys you got in the burrow right now?
It's just
Two?
trying to take the sawmills and
Two
saying you
guys.
can get
Two
that resource,
guys.
you know?
Recruit once. You tunnel. You pop out. You have 2 battles. 3 if you don't recruit.
I'm not.
We swayed mayor last turn, right?
I believe so.
Think-
Yeah.
Things I don't believe. Oh boy. The other problem is like if the thief takes like a swing and a miss at me, it lines up you to collect the cardboard, which is really
No, but
not
But
ideal.
the thing is, I go after you.
I was
Oh
just looking to
yeah,
wheel around
no,
the edges.
my everything's been thrown off since we changed seats. My brain is done. All right, so then we'll go ahead and do March A, March B.
What's up in that tunnel?
What's up in that
What-
tunnel?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Good times, I guess. Then we'll go ahead and we'll build the recruiter. That'll be 2.
Get the card draw up.
We will. Those march, build. The lumber should come off. Yay! We'll go ahead and do the recruit, which will spawn a guy here, here, and here.
We have bird cards for a battle?
Oh, game.
Oh yeah.
They have to be in your
They're outside,
actual
yeah.
bucket.
Yes, they have to be in your bag.
Okay, so
I believe
guy-
this one.
yeah, this one, and I think one went here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I saw one move that way.
Okay.
You had 3 at the beginning of the turn, moved 1 out. Now you have
If you
3.
don't mind, Guerric, did you catch if a cat spawned properly? This is my own dumb fault for doing that.
Yes, the cat spawned there. That is the correct number in the clearing.
Thank you. All right, so that was move, recruit, whatever. Then we'll go ahead and I think we'll chuck. Yeah, we'll discard soup kitchens. It was move. build,
That's our
the
game!
best card!
Now we can't win.
a battle. Would you like to play an ambush?
I think if I ever seen cats craft a soup kitchens, I will explode.
I do not at this time. And the,
I mean, really, the travesty is that Tinker gave that up. Tinker could have crafted that.
2 moles.
That's
those,
This is the one game Tinker could have crafted it.
Yes.
you're like the Casanova of Root.
why?
Is that I don't need it right now.
That sultry. It's that sultry sound to your voice. It's like it's Nico Suave.
Oh my gosh.
What's the phrase? Love blooms on the battlefield?
Yes. Absolutely.
Bird card for another battle on the moles there. Still no
What
ambush?
is it? There's no Blink in Love and War?
Yes.
I do think that you are over policing.
Over policing you, perhaps.
Yeah.
I'm in an awkward spot.
All is fair in Love and
You
War.
already know what my thinking is I want to bury you so far in the dirt that you're forced to think about how do you police vagabonds so that I don't have to bother doing it.
If you bury me in the dirt, I'm not gonna police anyone.
By
the time I recover,
your recovery is built in. All you need to do is pop up somewhere and build 2 citadels. Like,
oh, so easy.
It's there.
Easy.
Compared to some factions, yeah.
It's like you've got your brig, you've
That's
got
fair.
your You're you pop up there, you have 4 cards, and then you just build twice and sway one of the babies. Like, and
that is physically impossible.
You're still online. It's like nothing has even happened. But anyways, did you want to play that ambush?
I'll keep it for a later turn.
And I have not even taken you out of the swaying zone.
I guess play still, with 2 clearings.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you still haven't. Like I haven't even prevented you from being able to sway a big one. So, all right, that's all. Oh, thank you for catching that. That's all I can do. So I will go ahead and pick up 2 cards in evening.
It's very interesting to see the cats still just going after moles with not reckless abandon, but like.
Okay.
I mean, it is kind of a rock and a hard place because either you don't police moles and they run away with it, or you do police moles and Vagabond runs away with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like.
I think at this point you almost have the hope that the Vagabonds will start hitting each other.
Think through.
Or you just keep hoping that you draw all the bird cards so you can take all the actions every turn.
I do love taking all the actions every turn.
Like I want to point out, we have drawn a remarkable number of bird cards across our opening hand and the past couple turns.
We're on turn 3, so.
Couple turns.
But at the same time, that means there's less bird cards in the deck for us later.
It's true. But there's also no faction hogging them the way that like Eerie do or
and we don't know how many of those were aided by VB.
You want to have a cat fight?
You know what? You're making me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Insolent Noisemaker. It's a real skill issue.
Move out of the burrow and just start swinging.
You're making me do it. I'm afraid you're making me do it. I'm gonna recruit.
Danzia was one of the Vagabonds. I'm assuming the thief.
Again, with my second daylight action. I am going to.
Look at those moles. All ready to go. They're like, let me go onto the battlefield.
We gotta visit Starbucks.
They're so tiny.
I'm gonna move with my Brigadier.
Got it.
Now that I've realized how small moles are, I want like a mole.
Oops, what happened with that one?
It
Sounds so cute.
We did establish that there is a larger African mole.
Yes, but it's still tiny.
It is still pretty small.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's bigger than everyone was telling me.
Oh, how big is it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Or one guy. Yeah, one guy is fine. One guy.
I still don't like the star nose mole though. They creep me out like crazy.
Do I even want to do that?
What are we doing here as moles?
We're beating the crap out of the cats.
Here. Okay, wait. I have so far 1 Brigadier move.
Francis, it exists.
This will be my second Brigadier move.
Okay, so we're spreading out to get the 4.
Now.
Okay, we're getting our lord.
Feeling bad about our size. There's no shame in being adorably small.
I'm gonna use my other Brigadier to attack cats here.
You're mayoring the brig?
Yep.
No ambush for the first one.
1-0.
It's a cat.
Okay, second Brigadier battle. Ambush this time.
Same clearing? No.
Ooh, disgusting.
Please.
Field hospital that.
Yeah, that's worth field hospitaling for sure.
For sure.
There we go.
Oh, and a crossbow has now hit the discard for potentially.
I'm going to
Tinker.
Excited Tinker.
Why?
Because you really want to fend off that bear.
I'm gonna sway these. I'm gonna grab the market guy.
Ah, the market guy. The Baron of Dirt.
See the little guy?
Oh, no, we don't know yet.
Let's go market guy. I'm not sure, but
I forgot to have some caffeine before the game. I'm yawning.
If you want to grab a Coke, I can take over for a bit.
that's a crown for the market guy.
Oh, I guess I could just take over, period.
I'll be right back.
Bye, get me cookie.
This.
Ah, that's what you wanted.
I grab these
Don't grab me a cookie then.
back.
Too late.
Hmm.
Okay, what we got? What we got? What we got?
Yep, not crafting. Just drawing a single card a day.
All right, Mole's
I will refresh.
pretty decent turn.
3, 4. I will slip into clearing 10.
Ooh, back
I'm
into
going
velocity.
to do some questing.
We're questing! Wait, we're questing?
Do tell.
Ah.
We have given speech.
Ooh.
I have no idea which one.
And I will take the 1 card, or 2 cards, sorry. Yep.
2 cards.
So I'd like to double check.
Ooh, we got an escort.
I request.
That's fancy.
And then I will craft this here bag for a point.
Getting all of the bags off the table.
I will exhaust 2 boots to head up north to clearing 5, and I will battle that cat.
No ambush.
Very constructive. Steve.
I'm a little sad we didn't use the 2 boots to quest because we just got that escort quest out. They're a little stale.
Go for that.
I should have warned you.
And then
Where's the Coke?
draw.
I didn't get a Coke.
Time again. That's gonna be nice. And that'll be my turn.
I just said I wanted caffeine.
Oh, you just drank caffeine. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
All right.
I didn't feel like a soda.
So I do want to kind of point out that the moles are now in a position. He's got 5 cards in hand.
What position?
He's got Market. He's got the Baron of Dirt ready to go. He's got his folks on the board. So like this is the time where kicking the flea moles off would be the best thing that you could do, because
I mean, actually, the time was like, you know,
that mole
3 turns ago. But
builds his base.
we're here now.
Likely to
We're here now.
be broken easily, but making it so that he has to waste his brigadiers moving to reestablish sway is going to be better, because then he's going to be denied the cardboard points off battles. Also, any opportunity you have to like pick off a tunnel is going to force him to have to spend cards that he could be swaying or bankering.
What
So, like,
AC forgot to tell you is that you can also aid me before hitting me.
do not aid the moles. Like that is a thing that is allowed via the rules.
Griffin Hawk, it's not pills.
I've played
It
a
is liquid caffeine.
I think I've probably seen moles be aided fewer than 5 times in serious games, and again, only like
This is not the time to do it.
yeah, like on your final turn, if you've somehow avoided hostility, which you really shouldn't, you aid them.
I'm a
You
very
see, I'm
peaceful
going for-
vagabond. I would never hit anybody.
Oh man, it'd be in a world of hurt if I think the thief is on track to play arbiter at the moment. So like, if we're not getting rid of these moles, like we're in trouble. Like
Speaking of, I forgot to take a point from the battle. Is it okay if I grab that now?
you should grab that, please. Yes, because you grabbed your vagabond number 2, so you
From
grab
the crafting. Yeah, grab one from
for
crafting and
yeah.
then
That's
one
yeah.
for battle.
Please grab that.
You're hardcore now.
You're alienating 2 guys against me.
I always knew it.
I am.
I
That
don't
is.
think that's.
You,
and I
you
don't
are
think that's
you are
good.
sitting in a pretty position. I mean, the Tinker's in a good position too, but like you're sitting pretty right now.
Where did?
This is seen-
Oh, we crafted the crossbow. Okay.
I'm scared about the 2 vagabonds. We are
Then-
not gonna.
Then you can tunnel and hit a vagabond if you're that worried.
If you hit my engine,
Not wrong.
I'll be able to.
There's no way to hit your engine. Your engine is covered because you haven't built.
I mean, my pawn engines. And
Your pawn
my warrior-
engines. if I hadn't have killed those 6 moles over the course of this game, you would have 3 citadels out right now.
Did I? While you were all talking, I refreshed my bag, a hammer, and my torch. I took a crossbow out of the discard and crafted the crossbow, and I added a point. But when I just wanted to double check, when I went to the chat, it says increase by 1, increase by 1. Did I add too many
If you notice, it says Vagabond number 2, Vagabond number 1.
Oh, you're right. There you go. I just wanted to double check, make sure I wasn't.
You're all good.
Is JC talking too much, Bacon?
There's a difference between talking and narrating.
Savage.
So savage.
I don't have any moves.
We are just throwing things. This is like a food fight going on right now.
We don't even need to be here.
No, we don't.
Well, the quests have 2 crossbows up there, and so if we don't get the crossbows,
JC is the best.
That stops up the whole system.
Well, you've also now stopped the thief from ever doing them.
Yeah.
So now you have a bit
Let's be fair.
Now you can walk away from those quests knowing that they will be waiting for you, and that
only one of the 2 are ever going to get
his ability to quest for the rest of the game.
Trust me.
We still have an escort quest. You still have that 3rd slot, so it's not like you're completely locking it off.
Yeah.
My ability.
But nobody likes escort quests.
But
I mean,
that's true. They're freaking worst.
Kick the thief again.
I agree.
I wish I could.
Even if
I mean,
mouse card so I could get the guys back.
I'm letting them chat and meme, but like we got to do something about moles, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like moles are running away with us right now.
But the issue right now is that Tinker doesn't have any movement.
Right.
You balled up.
We don't have any boots.
There you go.
We're not the Harrier.
Thank you.
But we can keep aiding.
We are aiding the cats, yeah.
If we have like good cards to aid the cats, maybe that manifests into something.
Maybe.
I mean, in fairness to JC, they've been doing their best to police moles.
They have been. I will definitely agree to that statement. They've also been doing some savage talk against the moles player.
This one to the table, and I'm good.
Okay. Check this real quick.
Well, so it's interesting. I feel like Vagabond won, so the Tinker is like raced ahead and then rapidly slowed down.
What is fascinating? I mean, you can take a peek. It's in the discard. You can see it.
Sophnum, thank you so much for the 2 months.
Oh, indeed.
Indeed. Yeah, you see it. It's public info. What a pain, though.
Is there a hammer in the discard?
These are coins.
Yeah, you can just break move and take whatever you want from me. It's kind of a pain. So
I don't think a hammer got discarded, did it?
I didn't think so, but the way that JC was saying you see it made me feel like there might have been a hammer discarded.
there's like some dumb logic behind still just hitting these moles here, which is absolutely stupid.
Obviously, battle in 11, battle in 3, battle in 7, done. Pull turn.
Actually, I think I do support smashing 6 more than anything.
Oh no, I can see it as well.
Clear path, we could march. Build a.
Because if you smash 6, you force moles into either delaying the pivot, or they have to pivot into pump and dump instead of into swole.
But 6 is only a 1-slot clearing.
Yeah, but they're not going to build in 6. They're just gonna move over to 3 or to 2.
So do you move an army into 3, kill that mole, and then put a building down there?
I could just bring.
They're going to smash through the building. They're probably going to sway 4 mole next turn and make moves to secure the clearing they want.
Yeah. Bring 2.
That's fair.
3.
So just smash them.
I don't actually hate that. Or just go there. Yeah.
Or if they have the right cards, they don't need to sway 4 mole. They sway another lord, but they still work on securing the clearing they want so they can be in location to build with their 2 allied actions. All of it adds up to smash the mole ball. Smash the mole ball, you limit their options.
Just putting
Yeah.
all of these ducks in a row for the moles to chew through with their battles.
Yes.
Because you can
That's the hard part. Is like, do you...
average roll.
I mean, yeah, you don't have any other choice, but yes, that's what's happening.
So
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you need to have your turn where you build your actual base,
Yeah.
unless you're going to play small mole the whole time, which you're not because you picked up the Baron. But I still have to count on that as a possibility because you could just hold off on the building. So I march like that. There's no real reason to hit the thief either. It's like thief isn't a problem.
I mean, thief kind of is. They keep hitting you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like,
I think both vagabonds are a problem.
I agree.
Their problem
With me yet though, so I'm going to continue to wait on that one.
They're problems, but they
Just do a little nibbling to kind of balance it out a little bit.
they are more so future problems than the moles, which are current problems.
On one vagabond, hit another. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so if let's march like this. Leave one there. Does it really matter to leave one there?
Depends.
I know, it really does. I guess I don't really care about building there anymore. So what I should be doing is marching.
I think the reason to leave a person in 5 would be just to make movement difficult for hostile vagabond.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And maybe build there one day, but
March like that to drop cats here.
this is solid as well
And
because it's more out of the way.
this is super scary and dumb.
I don't think we think it's solid.
2 lumber to build that sawmill over here.
That's pretty out of the way for the vagabond to get to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Somebody made the comparison to Arbiter earlier. I think it was JC. And Thief's playing a little bit of an Arbiter game, which if you're playing an Arbiter game, you're not, zooming across the map every turn.
No.
You're typically moving 1 to 2 clearings and then just nuking it.
And then march, build, recruit. We'll spend a bird card to battle the moles in this fox clearing. Would you like to play an ambush?
Fox clearing. No.
How do you feel about this battle?
It's fine. I would have loved to see us crashing into 6. I fully understand why we're not doing it, because it'd be taking an entire turn not doing anything for ourselves besides just trying to drag moles down.
They have a lot of bird cards.
They do have a lot of bird cards. That's really impressive, actually. JC is the most skilled cats player I've ever seen. Why doesn't anyone else draw this many bird cards? Get on their level.
And I grab my points for that sawmill.
But yeah, if we're going for a middle ground where we still score some points but try to do some moles policing, this is taking out the 1 clearing I was iffy on. Taking out the 2 I'm a little happier about.
But what if we spent that last bird card we just said we had to take out 11 as well?
I would have liked that a lot.
Don't do
I think that was a better move for them, but I'm not sure.
I mean, you're policing yourself more than me, and at the same time, vagabonds are gonna run with the game probably.
I mean, JrBacon's feeding him a lot of cards to kind of offset the cost of all the
at any point you can go and smash into a vagabond, thin your own warrior count, and then I don't need to hit you.
I have better things to do. I always have better things to do.
Okay, yeah, I know. And so one of the things I have to do is slow you down, because neither vagabond has like a proclivity towards hitting you at the moment. So
but they
have put a gun to my head.
What comes first? The proclivity to hit me, or you letting them hit me by not hitting me?
They're ahead of me in turn order. So they do nothing to you, and then it comes to me. They're the ones, but you should be talking to them, not me. You should say, vagabond, hey, hit me so that the cats leave me alone.
I mean, I do understand where Nico's coming from, but JC is absolutely correct. You police to the left, and we are right. Unfortunately, we're to the right of the moles.
Yeah.
What should I do? 3 cats here. I hate that cats are almost invisible sometimes here.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah. earlier I was like, oh my gosh, there's undefended cardboard.
Pieces should glow
And I
pink.
looked harder and saw eyes. Nowhere.
This
Yep.
I don't think it's in the tournament version anymore, but Dr. Hazard's mod has a feature to outline meeples.
Here.
The problem is it made them all outline white, which I wanted it to outline player colors, but I didn't want to.
Okay,
That wasn't. There was other things to take care of before
There
trying
was
to.
higher priorities.
Yeah,
gonna have two.
I think it got removed from the tournament mod at some point. But I thought that would have been nice if we could eventually have something like that where the pieces highlight the player color.
That'd be cute.
Yeah. It also didn't work. White on like thief
Winter?
on thief meeple or on winter map or on keepers. It never looked quite right for those ones.
Don't be so handsy.
Makes sense.
What does he say? Will
Re-
ambush you attack?
Alright,
Rico-
gotta step away, but he'll ambush on foxes or rabbits.
What did he say?
As Nico Suave is getting a little handsy with my vagabond there.
We had two different things talking at the same time.
As far as
You
I know.
gotta buy me dinner.
Can I step away for a moment? And it'll ambush if attacked in foxes or rabbits.
Okay. So I'm safe if I do it on a mouse.
Which means 8.
I mean, that's what he's claiming. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
he's.
Maybe it's the mind games to make you attack on the one mouse.
Yeah, so sorry Tinker, I got a little bit carried away with you on the Lost City. Okay, so far only one mole recruited. Did I recruit twice more?
It's a good thing this isn't lake map,
Why?
because then things would be getting steamy because they're heating up.
You have a cat hair in your mouth.
Oh, thank you. I was saving that for later, though.
Did you take an action yet?
Sucks. We have a whole cat. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
You'll get more.
I place a mole in a burrow.
Nice.
That burrow.
That seems like a solid plan. Putting a mole into the burrow for our bird song.
Yes.
I like that strategy.
It's a good
So
strategy.
technically, I haven't gone to daylight, so I can go back on my actions.
Yeah, to pick that mole back up and then back down. Required by law.
Yeah, attack cowboy. I'm doing my set right after Roy Donk.
Okay, I'm moving to daylight now. Yeah. There's a lot of options here.
There are a lot of options. How many good options, though?
We're moles, so plenty.
Fair. Where would you go
If I were moles?
if you were moles?
It depends on our hand, which we've seen some cards. I think it's a little bunny heavy, but for crafting it was like just a bag or something. It wasn't very juicy. Oh, and false orders, I want to say.
Ooh, false orders is kind of juicy.
So I think we're kind of biding our time to see if we draw into anything that directs our play more than what we currently have.
I mean, I think just recruiting twice and getting the formal this turn is not a
Yeah, it's not awful.
not a bad.
It keeps our options open at the cost of fewer points this turn. If we're not doing anything with those warriors this turn, I want them back in the burrow to protect them.
Yeah, just abandon that.
If we want to stake out a clearing for aspirational crafting, Bunny's solid because it has 1 coins remaining and 2 boots remaining.
Bunny seems a little bit more difficult to do though
I'm
with
going
Cat's
to please.
positioning.
You just clear out 2. It's not hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you can't do it without like a battle through
no,
at least through
no.
2 cats.
Which is honestly, I mean, that's fine. You've got Bridget, Mayor. You could spend 1 daylight to move in. You have 4 battles, and
We said we had ambushes and foxes and bunnies. Though.
we did. And I guess it's a cardboard point anyway, which would offset a formal sway if we didn't do a lord.
These guys here.
Yeah, we're going to do.
And then go with
It looks like it,
one more guy.
which I think is fine, because that has the potential for coins, boots,
Less-
or coffin maker.
Less moles
Are
than
you
I
gonna use
anticipated
your-
though.
Fewer mills, yeah.
I'm not
That
attacking.
so
I'm
that
not
was
attacking. I'm not
brig
attacking.
move A and brig move B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. I'll attack you.
So you're committing to it?
I'm attacking you. Yeah, I'm committing.
No ambush.
Just Just we gotta establish commitment.
Oh yeah, of course. I do appreciate that, honestly.
They're gonna come right back.
I was just trying to make a joke about committing.
I don't know anything about that, so.
Let me see your finger again.
And I'm attacking you again.
Took a shower.
No ambush.
Okay. You can get your. Sorry, I'll let you get it. I'll let you
Yeah,
get it.
thank you.
All right, we took more losses than we would have liked as moles, but we basically did our job.
Yeah, we staked out the clearing we wanted.
Yeah.
So that was Brigadier 2.
You were right. It was 2. What are we swaying? I still think formal is a good idea just because it gives us more options in daylight.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 3 moles, so the option's either banker or a squire. And if it's a squire, then it's probably formal.
Yep.
Unless we're committing to not building for a while, then we go probably marshal.
It's fair.
I'm gonna sway like this.
Going for banker.
This last guy.
All right.
I was wondering with the 3, do we still go for banker?
Actually, let me get this back.
Take it back.
I sway like this.
Wait, what?
And
I just want to show a different card.
yep. I'm gonna get that.
No, wait. Walk me through that logic. Why? What?
I don't know. I really don't know.
We've already revealed the information. What?
Oh,
This dominance card
To open a path.
to remove.
Okay.
okay.
It's done over here.
I'm gonna sway like
1
this.
point.
The way he said it was just... It's kind of adorable.
I was very confused for a minute. That makes total sense, though. That makes total sense.
4 total.
Yeah, getting rid of the dominance to open the path feels better than getting rid of rabbit partisans.
I'll not craft. I'll get a card. And yeah, cool. That's it.
Okay. I will refresh 3. 3. I will slip on down to clearing 11. I will discard this mouse dom to remove that path.
So,
Full Dom Rainbow out there for you.
Blizzard's Dream.
Somewhere under there.
You know, I do wonder if
Make sure I actually know what I'm doing.
we think cats have the hammer, like they said earlier,
Do we steal from them?
do we steal?
We could have if we didn't explore.
We hadn't explored yet,
And
but
I will repair my boot. And
I'll be back in a sec.
Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can talk about him.
We're in the heart of enemy territory.
I didn't even take the point for exploring. There we go.
We could move into 6.
point for exploring. The
And
first point
let's
was
see here.
from...
And that will be it for my turn.
What's the first point from?
After I draw, of course. Because I would never forget that again.
What was the first point from?
Oh, you repaired a boot.
We repaired a boot.
Oh, path. Yeah, we opened this
pathing,
path.
pathing.
Right.
I'm staying where I'm at, and
Thank you.
I'm going to craft this here.
D! Tinker officially online.
Put that over here in a second.
I see that JrBacon takes after JrBacon because
Yeah.
I remember first one it was left, then right, then middle.
Yeah, Rackety Tam had chaotic track placement, so and JrBacon doing the same thing.
Out.
It's quite nice to see that the son takes after the father, or maybe the father takes after the son. I don't know.
And
Influence is weird that way.
Yeah.
What?
in what epic
Oh right.
Day labor.
Gross.
Yeah. Tinker gonna do Tinker things.
Gross.
A little sad to Thief. Not like end of the world, but
No, but the 4 points is pretty gross.
it is. And that does hurt moles. Like, again, the mole's pivot is usually predicated on some kind of crafting, and we are rapidly losing the ability to craft anything.
My good friends, the cat. One last round. I know you're going to have to hit me soon, but here's one.
We didn't see what that was.
Sorry, I should have flipped that. That was unkind to me.
It's been seen. It's all good.
I actually missed it. What a shame.
And then I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2.
It is indeed
And I believe
gamble time.
2 more turns.
In 2 more
Is that
turns.
right?
The end of the round.
Got anything?
This is a scary tinker, though. That,
Vagabond 1 increased by 1. All right. I guess that's...
Cats did say the minute that they passed that 2 threshold, they were going to hit the tinker, and I think that's something that is on the tinker's mind.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's worth it.
We're still just passing cards to the cats for no personal benefit.
And now the cats might use that against us, I think, as well.
Right.
Tried to get thirsty, but that thief ability is just leaving me in the dust. I can't keep up.
No, it's rough, right?
Yeah. But it did open a path for you to make it easier for your crazy logic on hitting those moles.
Yeah, Humberto, I think it did legitimately start from a place of, like, I'm going to give cats a little more agency to keep things balanced. It's been going on a while without bumping up a relationship level, though, and at some point it feels like it's just...
Silly.
It's not math.
I don't know, I mean,
It's math.
it's interesting.
If you hit the tinker, you slow him.
I might have to
force
mute you
him to
guys
slow
for
the game
a
and
minute.
also engage the game.
I know I just gave
Okay.
you a card. I feel bad about that, but if you want to hit me once, that would be, just a, like a warning.
Just a gentle tap.
Let's give him a moment to think.
Cats do feel out of the running, Erzad. This was always going to be a weird matchup for them.
Yeah, and I think cats really did hamper themselves. One, cats have been using a lot of their actions to attack moles.
You might be getting out.
But 2, having Thief turn on you turn 2. Little unexpected and definitely painful.
I don't know.
I think it's fair to say the expectation in the draft after Nico picked moles was JC would pick cats, the other 2 would pick factions, and those 3 players, whatever the factions are, would all work together against moles. And instead, what it has become is...
Tell you what, JC, if you hit
cats police moles,
then
Thief polices cats.
you being hostile.
Tinker props up cats to police moles.
Yeah,
I'll come after.
It's quite odd.
it is.
Quite odd.
It's not the relationship we would have expected
No.
in the draft.
And like there was a lot of table talk about how we should gang up on Nico because he won the last tournament. But
Right, yeah, like for that...
There are no more swords.
not because he was moles, not because anything else, just because he won the last tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the tinker is at this point.
Terry?
It's
Super
scary. Scary Terry.
He's like
Of him too.
he's like 2 turns away.
And yeah, Brad Venture, with both the Tinker and the Thief having at least 2 swords and the moles being just a pretty good policing faction, Dom is not going to send you a very long way. There's not going to be a very good opportunity unless somehow both vagabonds go to the forest on the same turn.
Hold on.
I
one
think you
sec.
should.
That's your only real chance for Dom is if you take out 2 of the factions,
Yeah, it's not...
which is also unlikely in its own way.
March.
Like, unless you just gamble on full sandboxing or something. Because, like, that is the thing. The Vagabond stopping dominance does depend upon dice rolls. It's not like other factions where they can camp on you. So the fact that only one faction can camp on you does make dominance a little more viable than the majority of situations. But this is still not a great spot for it.
Also, cats need to get to 10 first.
Do something.
Also that.
To get like funky. So
Are you looking for your arena?
yeah. That's what we're doing. That's why you play Root, right? So it's like 1 or 2 warriors shy. Like I needed in one of these battles, I should have probably spent like a bird card for field hospitals. Damn.
What are you planning?
What do you think I'm planning, Nico?
I have no idea. I think you should be planning to hit the Tinker, but I'm afraid you're planning something else.
Yeah, I am planning something else.
And I don't understand it, to be honest.
That's fair.
But it will end soon, and we'll laugh about it.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get a joke. We'll have a good
Yeah.
time.
Add a poppy track for the soundtrack album.
It's looking like
Yeah, no,
That's important.
It's one way or the other. It's going to end very soon. Okay.
So for Cat's point, I was saying Cats could be hoping that if they just start building and maybe staying out of the way, the other three start hitting each other and slowing it down.
I get a piece of lumber.
Baby.
This is such a bad idea, but you got to do it.
No, you don't have to.
We'll go ahead and craft Fox Partisans.
The gamble's about to start, everybody. Oh my gosh, the excitement.
Yeah.
I have a question. A question. If you were to have like a hypothetically, like 2 partisans or 3 partisans, can you all use them all at the same time on the velocity?
You can.
Oh,
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
You want your cards, many
Which
cards
is why
The Rainbow Partisans
I'm scared of what you're going to be able to do in short order.
is a wonderful thing.
So, I think
Do moles really need 2 clearings if they get 2 buildings on the Lost City and a bunch of warriors?
This is looking like a Fox partisan or Fox dominance, everybody.
No.
we'll go ahead and pick up these. Actually, we only need to pick up 2, so we end up leaving 1 behind. Now this is where the soup kitchens would have mattered.
I think we're going dominance.
I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
To
But
get that recruiter.
We just said soup kitchens would have mattered. We crafted Fox partisans. We're shoring up our Fox clearings.
We will go ahead and chuck.
we don't have 10 yet.
We're opening a path
They're at a path.
to go to 10.
That'll get us to 10.
I don't think it's...
We will swap out this.
We are swapping for the Fox Dom. There we go.
I wasn't... Cat's
There we
going
go.
down 2 games in a row.
All right, so we've done 1 march, 1 build.
I wasn't expecting that.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, baby. What are my notifications? Are they important?
Then we'll go ahead and do a 2nd march.
I didn't say they wouldn't.
I did. I didn't think that this...
It really depends on... Well, here's the thing. You may all get greedy and hope that the next person down the road does it, and you can feast on the remaining cardboard. So we will go ahead and then do March 2 to bring this whole group up here.
Yeah, Schmidt, I honestly like this play.
Oh,
This.
I think it's going to struggle.
Then immediately
I thought
by
we were going to send 3 down to 3 and then have 5 and 10 and 3.
March will bring.
I guess sharing up 9 is good too.
Do we want to leave 5 or 6 there? 1, 2, 3.
I mean, we're making 9, 10, 12 our strong 3 with 4, 3 as our backup 2.
That's fair.
4, 5, 6.
I think we probably put 6 and 10 if we're planning on
Then we'll
recruiting.
Go ahead, actually.
I think we should leave 1 more in 10 from 9 if we're planning on recruiting
That,
in 9.
leave it like that. So that was build, march, build, march. Spend 1 more for a recruit.
Yep.
Get him out. Get a guy there. Get a guy there. Get a guy there. And
see, this is why I would have loved to see the keep in the Lost City, because if you ever have to accidentally go dominance, you don't have to give up the keep.
That's true. The keep on Lost City is flexible that way.
once that turn, right?
you're only allowed to recruit once.
I'm also praying this works. That'd be awesome.
No, I just want to know if you follow the rules. Because I didn't follow.
Yes.
I didn't follow the
yes. That turn was legal as far as my brain processed it.
This is a good attempt.
Very good attempt. How many cats do we have left in our bag?
Friends. How are you
Just
guys?
curious.
Hi, Vagabond.
Great.
I'm looking forward to some heavy lifting coming from the Bulls here because
Woodfeld asking, how often is there a Dom win? Never.
Once.
Dominance never works.
Once.
The once was a 3-player game where it was Cats, Vagabond, Vagabond. If that tells you
don't have a lot of attack.
what you want to know.
Yeah. It's never worked in a 4-player game.
Granted.
What I can do is
Granted. Yeah, in tournament. But also, just in general, it does not happen often.
What are you doing it?
I will point out, last year, we had
There was
one Dom attempt that failed on turn order because the table didn't stop the person before the Dom player. And we had one that was just missed on the Dom player's part. They missed a play they could have done that would have won it.
No.
So, like,
I'm not.
it is marginally more likely than it has happened.
Not
Jenny Spud, 2 swords on the thief.
Not myself.
I think. Yeah,
How
2
many
swords on the
times
thief, 2 swords on the tinker.
Have we?
And Tinker has a crossbow.
So only one
Yes.
bird on the discard. Any of you guys have ambush?
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe. I think this is the time to be more transparent, Mr. Tinker.
The Tinker was like in a position to win. He's waiting for you to mess up.
Let's just say the chances of me having an ambush are high.
Hi. Do you mind saying colors? What colors?
Why are you asking me? Can I ask just what you're thinking?
Because I'm
That's fair.
probably engaged.
Dan's, I think Nico said that he would help by taking 3. And JC was laughing because Moles would be taking the easiest clearing.
Also, what did JC say in the chat?
I know, but I'm in the forbidden.
Okay, here. I can account for
I'm not handing the game to myself.
Yeah.
Nico, 2023.
I'm not attacking you. I want to know if the cats have ambush.
I can account for
He's-
two
he's-
So
ambushes.
that's why
Yeah, he's trying to suss that out.
He's trying to see who has the ambushes.
Yeah. I can account for 2 ambushes. I believe JrBacon can account for 1.
I'll help by clearing out 11.
can account with the discard for a total of 4 ambushes. So I'm gonna be straight here. How many ambushes does Cat get on Fox? Is it 2? Is it 1?
It's could be 3.
Hey, is someone looking through? Please don't look through the actual.
Whoa, yeah.
That's not okay. Like,
Yeah. Sorry, I pulled it up. I
no.
hadn't
Like,
actually-
I'm a little perturbed by that.
Yeah, that was me. I apologize. I pulled it up. I hadn't actually read through stuff. I pulled it up to check the discard numbers and then was listening to the point. I clicked the wrong discard pile. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
Well, why don't you just? Well, please don't actually tell us what all the ambushes are. But maybe we stop talking and play through this turn now because that's some serious information that we should not be talking about. So, Nico, let's cut all the conversation. Take your turn, and then we'll.
I think
shuffle and
those two can
draw.
talk. I just can't talk because I was the one looking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
if you wouldn't mind.
I'm not gonna talk
staying
anymore.
out of this for this round.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the
I didn't see how long the marker was there, but I saw it.
I don't think it was there for long,
account
but
for 1 in the discard.
definitely unsettling.
Yeah. That would be unsettling.
Hmm.
Yeah, fuck this. Esoteric was searching the deck. I don't know how long. Esoteric said it was an accident and just for a moment.
Congrats, JC.
Yeah, it looks like we were doing it looks like we were trying to search the disc. It sounds like the intention was to search the discard, but we clicked the wrong pile, but it's still a bit crazy.
Okay, I'll take care of this, and I'll try to take care of another one as well.
Ooh, we're trying to take care of 2 now. Or at least help.
Okay, I'm gonna start with.
It's probably just a mistake. Just people got to be careful.
Mhm. Okay.
You brought on the Guerric squinty eyes. That's all.
Oh no. That's a look of shame. What's really interesting though is it did shut down all table talk.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because
rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean the table was was deeply engaged in a conversation about the probabilities of different players having which ambushes and all the
moves I need.
all the unknown knowledge related to that.
Right.
And then somebody clicked on a deck, which immediately
reveals everything.
Yeah, suddenly we know how many ambushes are. If we did look at the deck, we know how many ambushes are left in the deck, and therefore how many are in player hands.
Mm-hmm.
2 more there.
Brad Venture, we're gonna do it after.
The end of after the mole's turn. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should start it now, since it's the end of Cat's turn.
Yeah.
Seems like a good enough place to do it.
Okay.
We've kind of done instant Dom trigger in the past, and this is pretty important having this player's turn as part of the time for.
You're right. All right, Nico, stall for 5 minutes now.
I got a little thrown off by the snafu there.
Yes.
Yes. Today, these things happen. We'll just keep an eye out.
Putting another guy there.
How many are in the burrow? Great question. 2.
Probably gonna use this card. Not sure yet.
Thief is the dark score tracker and Tinker is the light. That's correct.
The statement "Tinker is the light" is something I just want to unpack.
Tinker is the gray score marker and Thief is the black score marker. This is a solid Dom play.
Very solid Dom play, especially with the Fox Partisans. That makes it just even better.
I mean, JC is a skilled player. JC's been in a tough spot all game, and JC has made a strong Dom play. Like, this would be cool. 16 seconds.
Oof.
All right.
But they're no dragon god. That's for frickin' sure.
What are you guys thinking?
This is really rough because Nico wants advice.
Right. Nico's a big talker. Nico likes at least some amount of thinking
out
verbally.
loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so this is yeah, Esoteric saying that they're refraining from talking in chat.
And I feel like JrBacon is a little hesitant to just engage because we're the points leader.
JrBacon was already a little hesitant to engage. I think the heavy discourse from JC and Nico caused JrBacon to withdraw a little bit.
A little bit.
Because I don't think this is. I think JrBacon's been talking less for the past round or two.
With my. Actually, I can recruit one more. Oh no.
You kind of want a Wendy's burger now.
What brought that on, Griffin Hawk? Is JC the one who plays a lot with Morrow and
yeah, JC plays a lot with like the really competitive group of people.
Griffin Hawk, I understand now.
JC, how would you feel about me talking about information derived only from my board, nothing with cards?
Two swords. This guy has 2 swords.
I'm just gonna step in on that.
And what is your? You don't know where is the last sword, Tinker, or you do?
Among the ruins.
Do you know where is the last sword?
What, on one of those 2 ruins?
I got a 50-50 shot at it.
I'm wondering if you actually know.
No.
Would have expected you to.
No, the Tinker has not visited those ruins at all.
Yeah. Dan's, the thief has 2 boots, yes. I think 3 actually, right?
The thief does have 3 boots.
That would have, but
Or did we drop one?
Nope, it's there. One's
Oh,
face
there
up,
it is.
2
I
face
see it.
down.
I see it.
It's there.
I'm thinking about taking.
Focus, the only reason I brought up that JC plays a lot with that competitive group is that JrBacon mentioned how Rackety Tam was in a 5-hour game earlier this round, and how we should not do that this time, and JC said no promise.
Yeah. Which, and also, like, speaking of JrBacon primarily plays in person.
Yes.
JrBacon is far less tapped into the competitive scene than some of the other players at this table.
Tough.
Ooh, the gamble closed.
Ooh, tell me.
We have 2 votes for the thief, 2k coins, 3%. 4 votes for the tinker, 5.5k coins, 9%.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 votes for the duchy, 7.6k coins, 13%.
7.
And 9 votes for the Marquise de Cat, 42.9k coins, 74%.
You know, I wasn't fully expecting the Dom to be
The favorite bet?
the favorite bet, yeah. Umberto.
Do I need the extra warrior or the extra move?
Like I'm about to. So it's interesting. We're debating between a warrior and a move here. What do you think would be better? Doing more warriors and then having less moves in daylight, or having more moves to be able to go for more things?
It's hard because, like, you're in the worst position to stop the Dom here, being the person right after Cats.
Yeah.
And the person best able to stop Dom.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with now the fact that Esoteric can't table talk and JrBacon is reluctant to table talk, we really just have to throw ourselves out there and take a risk.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, if you take out 3 and then you throw yourself at one of the other 4 clearings, even if someone else comes and takes out that second clearing, that means one of you has to take out the 3rd clearing by yourself almost.
Right.
Which I don't know is feasible.
If we consider that Tinker and Thief could work together, can they...
Well,
They can probably clear out 10 together.
I said I can take him out in 10, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so together the Vagabonds can clear out 10, maybe do a little more. If Nico can take out 3 and one other clearing, 4 being the juicy one.
Here.
I just don't know if moles have enough.
Humberto, that was Esoteric, not JrBacon. JrBacon is just electing not to
So I
talk
have
very
one
much.
more action in my daylight, but then I have 2 brigadiers, and that's pretty much it I have.
2
Just-
brigadiers. Well, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only have 2 battles as moles
No,
right now.
because I need to move a lot. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the plan...
Do you have...
I mean, yeah, I think dig move is daylight is the best way to go, because then you have 4 battles.
Can you dig somewhere and pop up in, 4?
Yeah, but the thing is, if I pop up, I'm only gonna have 2 warriors wherever I pop.
Oh, that is true.
JC, don't pressure me. This is a game-defining turn.
Yeah, this is
I mean, Nico took like a 40-minute turn as Vagabond for the win last year, right?
That is true.
So, like...
What were you thinking, JrBacon?
Well, I was thinking the other...
Nico is a thinker.
Yeah.
Nico is indeed
5, so
a thinker.
Yeah.
He can definitely take care of 3.
But I do think JrBacon's realizing we need to help a little bit.
Yeah, which... So now JrBacon's talking a little more, which is good. I think our play as moles probably has to be something like... camping in 4 and taking out 3 or something like that. Like dig to 4,
I see.
Move 2 into 3, and then just bridge it from 6 to 4, and battle in 3 with Mayor, something like that.
Go down to 3.
That's a good point.
Or even just like, or we could just not even battle. We could just camp.
We could just camp and choose not to battle.
Take away something. 9, 4, 12. If you have 2 brigadiers, couldn't you with your last turn dig and then move those at
That's pretty awesome though. If he didn't tell you, he won last year's winter tournament.
I mean, you wouldn't even have to battling wouldn't even be the issue. You would just have majority by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Humberto, that's basically what I was saying.
Bad rolls and be host. There's
I think we're a little focused on battling though, which might be the downfall of us.
Let's
do this.
It's tough because you do want to get battles in if you can, just to disrupt the cats and not.
I'm actually.
You don't want to give them the benefit of you moving to them and then letting them police you.
That's a good point.
Because that just enables the Dom play for the subsequent round.
But
you do have to make sure you're actually stopping the Dom.
Up here with these 2 guys.
Okay.
And those are my actions. And
okay.
I'm going to.
I'm sorry, seeing TTS sensor analysis is hilarious.
It took me a second to realize why it was censoring analysis.
Brigadier.
Oh boy.
How many swords does each vagabond have? Thief has 2, Tinker has 2, and a crossbow. So together they can take out a clearing. Probably 10.
Probably. But that does mean that moles have to take out 2.
Here.
That's not enough.
Probably taking an extra 1.
Guys.
No.
Yep.
And I'm going to move 2 guys here.
Is that with mayoring the brig?
Brigadier. No, that's 2 brigadiers.
You got to move through the burrow.
Yeah. Wait, our moves aren't right.
Yeah.
They're not just adjacent.
Yeah, that's why I said you needed to.
That comes up.
You need to, if you're mayoring the brig moves them to the burrow, then they move out like that.
That comes up so often. It's wild how many people think the tunnels make the clearings adjacent to each other.
Nico, how are which ones do you have? I wasn't paying. Brigadier, Mayor, and Banker.
Take it all away. Undo everything.
2 brigadiers.
We should have 1 in the burrow, presumably.
2.
Well, 1 for Birdsong, right?
Oh, 1 for Birdsong, yeah.
Okay, so these 2 guys are still in the burrow.
Yeah.
Or did we have 2 from the recruit? I actually don't know.
I thought we had 2 at the start of the turn.
I definitely need to move these 2 here.
Does Thief have 3 swords? That doesn't sound right. No, just 2 swords.
What I can do is...
They started with 1 from the ruin, and then the Tinker crafted both swords and has yet to gain the sword from the ruin.
Again, I don't have enough warriors.
They're on a lag.
Oh, okay. That's right. It's just weird because it was like the 3rd time we'd got over it.
It's all good.
You have the Brigadier and the Mayor, right? So you can use the Brigadier twice. Is that what you're saying?
That's all. Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, 2 brigadiers. 2 brigadiers, which equals to 4 moves. 2 moves.
I really think having a squire that wasn't the banker
Into the burrow.
or a minister that wasn't the banker last turn would have been more helpful than the banker right
Oh, for sure. Banker was super greedy.
That many more.
Super greedy.
Who cares if you're, you can leave the hole there.
Yeah.
And then if I take out 10,
just
Vagabond takes out 3. The cat only has 2 cards. I mean, the thief could steal from him before he. So there's not really an ambush. He's not going to ambush. Well, he could, but.
I don't think ambush is so much the concern as partisans.
Partisans and ambush, like it's all a problem.
Well, because if you attack the cats and it's an even roll, and then cats partisans, then they keep the clearing if you're attacking with even warriors.
Right, but I mean, ambush is doing the same thing. Like
that's true.
Anything that's turning the attacker advantage against you
I'm gonna build here.
is a big problem.
You're gonna dig. So I'm gonna ask you to. So you gotta spend a card to dig. So if you're gonna spend a card, let's commit to it and.
Okay, in fairness...
It'll be information revealed and we'll lock this in.
No, that's not how that works.
So it's actually information gain, JC.
Yeah, well, information gain.
You have no cards, cats.
No.
Wow.
All right, Jack, can you hear me now?
Yep, and I'm going to battle again here.
All right, just letting everybody know I can hear everybody again. What was I being called for?
We were asking whether spending a card counted as information gained and locked a turn.
The answer is it does not.
Okay, well there we go.
I win.
No ambush, so go ahead and roll it.
Okay, and no need.
All right. Technical difficulties.
And I'll partisan again to.
I apologize for ruining the climactic moment stream.
Right.
My audio interface crashed.
Whoopsie.
And that's 2 points for me.
Yeah, Dan's basically I jostled the physical interface, and that caused the software to bug out, and I had to do a full reset.
And sway.
All right, so we dug into 4, and then we did.
I'm gonna sway.
It looks like we moved as a part of a daylight action, dug, and then Brig moved into 3, and then battled twice.
4.
Maybe let's ask them for a recap.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
Hey players, apologies. Could I get a quick recap of Nico's turn since I was unable to hear part of it?
So yes, for sure you can. I recruited or placed a warrior in my bird song. Then daylight, first action, I built a tunnel or dig a tunnel to be more precise here. Then with my second daylight action, I moved 2 warriors from 6 to 3. Then I brigadier into the burrow and then out into 4. And then I Major Brigadier for 2 attacks in 4. That's so far.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No worries.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm gonna sway the guy that does
Greed? No. Greed? Here you go.
Formal.
for 8 point.
We took a lot of losses in that battle in 4, but it worked out. And like that was the big risk, is that it would take losses and not work out.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's
now
definitely lucky it worked out.
So now it just comes down to Vagabonds actually
One more.
rolling well and doing their job in 10.
And if you
So a part of me is worried that Esoteric gets greedy here with the 2 undefended cardboard of cats, which is
I'll
points.
change this card for this. Sorry.
For
And I'll
this way.
spend these for this way.
Yeah.
And I'll spend these to get rid of this tunnel.
Yeah, that's fun. Actually, no.
One.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
No.
For some reason, I thought Sway was evening. But it's,
Ah.
And actually, I didn't gain information. Yeah, I will.
yeah, you're
In
good.
that case, I would have moved on to another phase.
What's happening?
Technically,
What?
in that case, I will not be
Oh,
able to.
well,
What? No, you're fine.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
forget.
those are
forgot,
only
sorry,
revealed. So it was you had Smuggler's
sorry.
Trail, Rabbit Partisans, and a mouse
sorry.
card.
Yep.
That looks right.
Talk too much. And
Nico getting a little in his head.
Yeah.
did I gain my last point? Should be
You
4.
did.
Yeah. And I need to draw a card. Okay.
How many did you just refresh? Sorry,
That looks correct.
Yeah, that's 4.
5. Okay, your swords weren't.
Nope.
flipped.
No, he was at 5. If he had
Oh,
refreshed,
Esoteric, you can talk now.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, one sword was flipped.
so you don't have to go down to 3, Esoteric.
So
And you
Wait.
got those 2. Get those 2 points there on 11.
Woodfeld, yes. Partisans
You got no warriors. You might as well take those.
Partisans do not require cards in your hand to discard. To use it, they just state, you can use this to gain an extra hit,
So I'm going.
and then also discard cards of the non-partisan suit.
no ambush.
Called it. I called the greed.
Would I say Partisans is a good craft? I would maybe say Partisans is a good craft.
Agreed.
I think in order to not, give up points to
That
This-
might have been the greed.
Tinker,
Yeah, this could.
go for 10.
This could have.
11. Or
Well, wait,
12.
This could have given the
Get in
cats
there
the
and
game.
swing on the Tinker such that the Tinker doesn't have a full arsenal. Like the Tinker needs to be forced to have his full sword retinue ready to go. But if he goes in there and
So you're
swings on the
saying,
Tinker and like
you're saying that we shouldn't mind. We shouldn't mind.
This is literally possible now.
the-
I may be the
Okay.
only.
Because you remove 6.
We need.
Vagabonds don't count for rule,
And
right?
Vagabonds do not count for rule.
gun
And if you remove 6, you still have 1 thing left.
station, but
yeah,
Am I crazy?
the
Crossbow.
Okay.
It's just we're counting on perfect everything.
So
Well, that's-
in order to
yeah.
not,
I'm going to 12.
I would.
all right.
Oh.
It's to 12.
No.
No, not you.
Oh,
Okay.
you're sorry.
Should go to 12
It's
because
the
I have more. I mean, did you explore any of those, Esoteric? Did you explore? Have you explored those rooms?
Okay. 12 is actually not bad because
Yeah, I'm not saying anything except for like game actions.
Why?
Because that's what
Because
Guerric
I had
suggests.
I had the draw pile up. There's so much information that I could have obtained. I didn't, but to keep it as close to fair as possible, I'm just not saying anything tactical.
Okay, but I mean,
Can I
ruins.
tell-
I mean, well,
Okay, but
you-
how about we not?
no, but let's talk me and Bacon and Esoteric and listen.
Yeah,
So,
but let the
what
man
I'm
take his turn.
Well, so chat. Here's the problem with 12 is that JC gets the choice of taking hits
Work there.
for the battles, but the crossbow is the vagabond's choice.
It'll make my
So if
hitting the cat.
Esoteric goes to 12, removes 2, JrBacon goes to 12, removes 2, removes 2. We can use the crossbow to guarantee that the last removal is a building, but that still could mean that the wood token soaks and protects it.
Maybe or maybe not. I don't know.
2, 2,
The other
2, leave a building.
Regardless of what I know or not.
the other thing I think is that they're saying that why did you move that mole back?
Of the 9 and 12?
What?
Why did the mole move from?
Have you?
Why did Nico just move a mole from 11 to 6?
What?
You can pick it up. There's only one rune under each.
You did.
Okay. Yeah, that
I just watched you do it.
Well, if I go
Sorry,
to
guys.
if I still have a crossbow and 2 swords.
So I think the idea behind going to 12 is that that rune might be a sword.
Probably a 3rd sword.
Yeah,
Then
so
we'd
it's
have a
gambling.
third sword.
It's a 50-50 gamble, right?
Right. And they want to see if Esoteric would give away any of that information, but Esoteric is declining to give that information regardless.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
Wait.
Oh, I see. So, you moved up.
Apparently, I
To
can't click for anything today.
Okay.
No, wait.
so
what are you
moved
doing?
to
Are you
pick up
giving
six.
up the game? No. What are you doing? Are you giving up the game?
He's not giving up the
Like-
game. He's putting a gun to somebody else's head.
Esoteric.
That's not physically possible.
He doesn't. He only has 6 hit points.
Or-
Like,
I just want to say,
technically-
like, he can't talk. So, like, at some point, we're just gonna have to let him take his turn. Like, you
He
can shout
talk
at him
about
all you want.
He can talk about his actions, and he made an action. And
we-
I believe, like Esoteric, if you don't like, Esoteric, if you don't hit the cats, technically, I mean, if the vagabond doesn't find the sword, he cannot do anything about the cats, and we lose immediately.
That is fair.
So I think we both have. I don't want him to tell me where the sword is, but but if he goes to 12 and he starts the battle there, he's gonna get points. And if he can't finish it, I have a crossbow and 2 swords that might, and the potential for a 3rd one. We don't have right now to buy us all another turn. 3 is fine. We just need to clear one of those 3 clearings so that he doesn't have, so that he doesn't have majority.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds good.
Tinker could go to 9 or 12
Best
And
compromise,
just
and then boot back
because
to 10.
otherwise
True.
Like, we don't need to make 12 our play.
And
Yeah.
but either way, if
3 swords.
the Harrier doesn't, if the Tinker doesn't help,
The thief doesn't help?
if the Thief doesn't help,
Potentially 4 swords
Then-
in 12 and giving
Well,
the-
the Tinker can't do it.
Tinker can do it in 10 if they pull sword
I'm going to still go to 12
and get 2
I'm going to
plus on every roll.
to explore to see if I can find the other sword, and then I'll use, because I'm not hostile at this point, then I'll just use 1 boot to get back, and I can still battle with hopefully 3
And
swords.
And that's cool, but let's compromise to do it in 10, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Esoteric,
This is interesting because we're actually not messing with the capsule
you're
critters.
in the most awkward spot of everyone right now. So I would say, like, if you're eyeing points, I saw you move your little meeple over to 6. That's what you want to do. Go do it.
JC.
Other people to close this game out on dice, right? Because, like, if you're doing something that's not netting you towards your victory, like, all you're doing is kicking down the road.
JC.
I mean, so JC's not
Have another chance.
wrong per se.
No one's wrong.
Like, JC's right that if policing cats does not advance you toward winning,
It's me, but I think
as well as
if he comes in
gambling that Tinker stops it
this dominance,
while you enable your
there's
victory,
a chance the Tinker can do
then,
something.
like, sure. But it's a huge gamble. The only argument in my mind against it is that the gamble's too risky.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
0. All
right, we're battling in 10.
different.
1-1.
That'll be, I will partisan you, so that'll be 2 damaged items, please.
All right.
So
It
not
is-
the roll we wanted.
Not the roll we wanted. It is marginally less RNG now, but not nearly as much as we wanted.
Yeah.
And
If we don't find the sword,
Right. If we don't find the sword, it's over.
I know where the sword is. It's probably for the best interest in the table. To just continue having fun.
no. Fun not allowed here.
I mean,
I'm
if Esoteric knows
happy-
where the sword is,
Esoteric, play your game.
yeah.
Tinker has
I
2 swords and 1 crossbow.
I will say the way that JrBacon just said esoteric player game was such a dad voice. It just came out so dad.
This is probably the determining game. turn here.
Umberto, he cannot stop
Oh
it.
no, that's right. No, if he pulls the sword, if he pulls the sword,
he can stop it. But if he does not pull the sword, the game is over.
Yeah, it's
So
a 50-50 right now.
Comes down to the ruins.
Yeah, because if we get the third sword, it increases our maximum rolled hits to 3. Without the sword, we can't.
Here
Okie doke.
or here.
Is it behind this cup?
That's different guy. The VP tracker color is
It's hilarious.
yeah. It is what it is.
All right, the moment of truth.
When will leader be courageous enough to give us VP trackers for every individual vagabond?
Okie doke.
Here it is. Here it is.
That's gonna have to go back to the.
That goes back.
Why is that?
You're not allowed to have 2 items both with R on them that match.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry, I wanted the build spot, so.
Well, it still stays, doesn't it?
I know, that's why I'm sad a little bit, but.
JC, I think you just won.
You want not to be the same.
Cardinal, we can't roll a 3 because we only have 2 swords.
All right.
Actually,
We cannot roll greater than 2.
do I get a point for that? The X?
No.
No? Unless you pick it up?
Don't matter.
I'm asking if you do get it for exploring.
No.
Does anyone know?
I know.
This is like a strict curiosity at this point. Guerric, do you get a point for exploring a ruin that you can't pick up?
You do not. You take a point for taking an item from a ruin.
Thank you. Today I learned.
All right. I guess I got to. How many we got up here? Hold on a second here.
It's not physically possible anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it really make a difference which one I fight?
Now I'm really pissed I had the technical screw up a few minutes ago, because like that makes the VOD worse
Technically,
for a cool game.
I mean,
What is
Worse.
What does he have? Oh, fuck.
Fox Partisans.
Brad Venture, yeah, Esoteric threw it a little bit just by taking the cardboard in 11, and I was worried that would happen. I said it out loud.
Oh yeah.
5, 1, 2.
I was worried that cardboard would be just too juicy, but we'll see. Maybe JrBacon's gonna roll horribly.
Like, okay, so in complete fairness to Esoteric,
That'll be a
taking out the keep does help prevent subsequent
And we're gonna.
dominance plays. Like if we took out the keep and stopped Dom, we made the next Dom that much harder, and the next Dom that much harder.
Oh, absolutely. But the issue was then you're relying on perfect rolls.
Yeah, no. The problem is it was too risky here.
There's my sword.
Lily, I didn't know you were Archangel Lilith.
Actually, it doesn't really make a difference. Even if I hit full 2, it's still only going to take away 4.
I will
got the
partisan.
and now we need a 3.
Can't. It's not physically possible.
Wait, there were 5 cats there. Oh, did
Yeah,
we
there's
crossbow
2.
already?
Yeah, we
crossbowed
crossbowed
already. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we crossbowed first. Not yet.
And then I get
You
1
get 1
point.
point.
That's it. There's no way I can. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
You can roll again, and you get a 3.
No, that's not how that works.
He only has 2 swords.
Winner of Winter Tournament 2022. 2021 does not know how Vagabond works. As winning as Vagabond.
That's holy crap! I didn't think this was gonna happen.
All right. Well, then, just so I can land with some better pointage, I'll do this here.
What a weird game.
This is such a weird game, but crafting those coins at the end just really luck in those coins.
Tinker.
What the actual heck? I love it. What?
And I believe that's going to be the end. Am I missing anything?
No. No, you're not.
Nope.
Cats with 2 Vagabonds on Mountain. Just go Dom. 100% success rate.
Well, I mean, he couldn't.
Attack Cowboy?
That's what Garrett told us
That is the rate.
not to talk about. Like, don't blame him for that. Like, that's
No, Gary did not say that.
He said it would be best if you don't talk, and then Esoteric
doesn't have
very politely didn't
anything to
talk for the
do-
rest of the game.
It doesn't have anything to do with the deck. I think.
I know, but Esoteric asked Guerric that question. Can I talk about things other than that? And Guerric said, "No talking is for the best. Like, don't be rude to the dude." Like,
I'm not being rude.
I know, but I get. Saying
I think
he
you
should have
should
done a thing that
they-
Guerric told him.
They should pass over the turn and,
So, like,
or something.
You should just step in.
All right, we just call it.
It's okay. Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. I end here, and that was our.
Yeah, that procs dominance. GG.
You win.
As soon as I moved into evening and drew cards, I realized I messed up so bad by leaving the lumber in this clearing instead of this one, because that would have let me soak a hit here and then have one more there. So.
Well, hey, great game, everyone. That was really wild.
That was wild.
Congratulations, JC, on the rare Dom win. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
But everyone, thank you so much for playing and for participating in the tournament. It has been a pleasure to have all of you, and I really appreciate everyone who signs up.
Always. It's a pleasure.
Thanks, Lily.
Thank you. JC, we will see you in the next round. Everyone watching, we will see you for our next game tomorrow at a time. I got to get better about checking these beforehand and not losing my calendar. It's in the afternoon, right?
It's a 2.
2 p.m. Eastern time. So
I've been showing 2 fingers this whole time.
We will catch you then, everyone. Have a great one.